Welcome to Tough Dog's training program, where you're going to learn everything you need to know about suspension and how we at Tough Dog have designed our product to best suit the needs of four-wheel drivers all around the world. In this module, we're talking about how to select the right suspension kit for your four-wheel drive. It all starts with asking the right questions. Before we even consider the style of suspension, we need to follow a simple process that we call the AAA process, or what is the vehicle application? What accessories are being fitted, and is the suspension being fitted after the accessory fitment? These questions will allow you to work out the best possible solution for your four-wheel drive. For example, if the vehicle has a bull bar and winch, it will require a different spring to a vehicle that does not have that bull bar and winch. Same in the rear. A vehicle that has a trade body canopy and is sitting close to GVM will need a constant load spring in the rear and potentially an air assist setup to manage the loads that you'll be carrying. Once you've worked out the springs, it's time to move on to the shocks. And this is where knowing what the vehicle is going to be used for is really important. So let's run through a few scenarios where we can learn the process of selecting the right suspension to suit a car. So John is about to head off on the very enviable no fixed address type trip. This completely standard 200 series is poised to pick up the caravan next week and have a bull bar fitted about a month after that. Now John's been told he needs to upgrade his suspension as it is a heavy van. Let's work out what the best process for this is. Let's approach this using our 3 A's. First, application. There's no constant load, but regular towing and a fair whack of corrugated road along the way. Second, accessories. Nothing permanent fitted to the vehicle. And third, will the suspension be fitted afterward? No. John is fitting his bull bar in a month's time. So based on those answers, what suspension should we fit to this vehicle? In this situation, we would recommend a spring to suit the bull bar in the front, paired with a 0 to 300 kilo spring in the rear to suit the fact that there isn't a constant load in this vehicle. The weight of the van should be handled with an air assist coil insert bag if it proves too great for the coil springs alone when fully loaded. Because John is looking to do medium to heavy duty four-wheel driving with a hefty number of kilometres to clock up, he should consider the 40mm 9-stage adjustable shocks, which gives him the freedom to adjust his ride quality as the load in the vehicle is altered. Now, John needs to be a bit careful here because although he's fitting a bar to the car, there's not going to be a winch going on, which means we don't need to use the bar and winch suitable spring, which is a heavier load again. If we were to fit that spring, we'd have too much height in the front, as well as uncomfortable ride and premature wear and tear through the front end of the vehicle. Okay, so here's our next scenario, and this one is really common. Cody here is the proud owner of this brand new 79 series dual cab. It's come straight off the lot at Toyota and he's got some big plans for it. This car's going to be fitted with a canopy camper, a bull bar, winch, lockers, more lighting than you can poke a stick at, and he says he has a boat trailer at home as well. He's planning to go to the tip of Australia with his mates and he wants some seriously heavy duty kit, the heaviest duty he can get his hands on. Now, what are you going to suggest in this case? Once again, we follow the process. He's already given us the application and the accessories, but his accessories are not on the car yet. Big plans can become big vehicles, and they can just as easily stay as big dreams. It's important to fit the accessories first and get the suspension sorted out to carry and control the load of those accessories. Now, Cody's going to have those accessories sorted out in the next couple of weeks, so as soon as that's been done, we'd be recommending a constant load front spring coupled with a constant load rear spring that suits the rear mounted accessories and cargo. Which spring do you think we should use? Well, that's really going to depend on the weight of the vehicle when we're done. The fastest and most accurate way to establish the right spring is to weigh Cody's truck and compare the weight to the original weight of the car before those accessories were fitted. From there, we can establish how much weight has actually been added and recommend the correct spring. Because Cody is planning some serious four-wheel driving, we'd be best served by fitting the enormous 45mm big bore 9-stage adjustables, which give Cody the maximum shock cooling potential due to their enormous size. Alternatively, we could fit the Ralph shock absorber here if Cody is not looking for adjustability. For more information on shock choice, check out our video on choosing the right shocks for your four-wheel drive. So here's our next scenario. Mary drives a 200 series as well, and she uses the vehicle for absolutely everything, from the annual escape interstate to the daily commute and everything in between. There's a bull bar and a winch on the front for when things get a little exciting, but aside from that, not too much else. What do you think we should fit? In this case, the application is general purpose. The accessories are a bar and winch, and the fitment is right now. Everything is already on the vehicle. Mary's best choice is a bar and winch spring in the front and a 0 to 300 kilo spring in the rear, coupled with a 41mm foam cell shock, which will perform in any condition and is a true fit and forget system that doesn't need attention or adjustment down the track. Here's our next scenario. Mark is a tradie with a problem. He has a late model Navara like this one, but his is sagging badly in the rear and he's only had it for 12 months. The back is loaded with heavy toolboxes which he uses for work every day, and a quick run over the weighbridge has showed us that the car is carrying an additional 650 kilos. The car has a steel bar on the front and no other accessories. Which suspension do you think is going to suit? Following the AAA process, the application is work-ute, heavy loads all of the time. The accessories are the permanently loaded tools and the bull bar up front. And everything we're concerned about is fitted already to the vehicle. The right setup here would be to replace the suspension with a constant 500 kilo load rear spring to handle the weight, paired up with a foam cell shock for long-term durability and a set and forget style nature. As you can see, the result is always based on following the AAA process: application, accessories and after fitment. Suspension is all about carrying and controlling load, so it makes sense that the load needs to be measured by a weighbridge and careful assessment, as well as being matched with the right spring and shock combination. For more information or assistance with your specific application, accessories and after fitment situation, contact us or your nearest dealer at toughdog.com.au.